All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Having some technical difficulties. I don't know if everything is fixed. Um, I don't even know how to tell if I have sound or not right now. Looks like we're good. I don't know. Hopefully, if not, I guess I'll have to do it all over again. So hopefully we have sound. I was trying to use my earbuds last time. Apparently that didn't work. Yeah, shows that I've been off of the technology side for a little bit. So hopefully everything's all good. Um, we're just gonna jump right into it, I guess. Kind of threw me off kilter there. I had everything planned out, had everything all good to go, but it's all good. We're gonna roll with the punches here. So yeah, I guess. Oh, we have two viewers. Can you guys hear me? Okay, is the sound all good now? So hopefully that's the case. Man, oh man, taking a month and a half off. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It's all good. Appreciate that, Roadhog. Okay, so I was just saying before that I just really appreciate y'all and your patience. Needed to take some time off for videos, putting too much pressure onto myself. And I just wanted to jump on. This is only actually my second live that I've ever done. So I want to get into the habit of doing more videos and doing more lives and just keeping y'all informed about everything. Uh, have a little list here of some homestead plans that we put together for this upcoming year 2023. Wanted to put it together just so y'all could come along and have some videos to look out for the coming nice weather. Hopefully that's going to be happening. We just had a big snowstorm and it dumped about a foot of snow onto us. So fingers crossed that that leaves and we can get going with some of these homestead plans. So we're going to jump right into it. I already fumbled up the beginning, so bear with me here. I'll have to blow the rust off. I was just saying to my partner that it's been almost 2 months since I've done a video, and I feel nervous doing this. So gotta blow the rust off everything and just keep on trucking forward with everything. So we'll just start off with, as you can see behind me, the bunkie still isn't finished. And we absolutely can't wait to get the bunkie finished. We have made so much progress already. I'll probably do another video on a recap of what we did. But we got a fridge now, we got a stove, just got our running water hooked up today. Did cedar tongue and groove over into the kitchen over there. Got shelves hooked up and all set up good. You've seen the video, or sorry, the picture that I posted with my blurb on my Facebook. We got all of our canning stuff all good to go. Upstairs has another cedar wall, tongue and groove, all done, all good to go. So we are making headway, and I can't wait to show y'all and bring you along on the journey. So some of the stuff that we're going to be continuing to finish up in here is behind me. We're going to be doing the hearth with the wood stove, doing a nice mantelpiece. We have still some kitchen cabinets that we have to put together, waiting for the nice weather to get the actual countertop put on. I just kind of only have a temporary countertop as it is. But I will say, since we got the water hooked up, oh, it is so nice to have actually running water in a sink. So that'll be for the next video. Some more stuff. We have the metal roof that we're going to be putting on the top as well. So we're going to finish off that. All of the exterior siding, exterior insulation, and we'll give you guys another rundown of what the office is going to be looking like as well. My partner's father has been helping, so he's been a great help with that. So it's muchly appreciated. And there's all kinds of other stuff that's going to be happening. We want to put a porch onto the front, maybe a screened in porch, but it'd be nice to kind of sit out there, watch the sunsets, and not have to do anything to do with bugs. Because when we came out here, when we were first buying the property, the bugs. I remember one landed on my arm, and I swear it was the size of a toonie. And if that thing took, I'd bite you, it would take a chunk out of you. So those are just some of the goals that we have for the cabin. I'm just looking at the floor. We still have to lay the floor down. We have pretty much everything now. It's just a question of, getting the nice weather so we can work outside and we're not having to, fill this place with sawdust and construction debris. It was quite a task when we were living in a construction zone when we first started building everything, and we don't really want to go back to that. So that's why we kind of held off on everything. Not to mention the bus. So we got to get the bus on the go. And that's not even getting into the garden. And we have big plans for this year's garden. If you've been following the channel for a little bit, You may have seen last year's garden with the greenhouse and the potato rows and the peppers, tomatoes, everything. It was a very, very successful year. Just like I said, the picture that I posted up with a little blurb on my YouTube community page and my Facebook page, that's of all the preserves we put together last year. And since it's all put together now, we probably did probably about 50 cans, 50 jars of stuff. And I would never would have guessed it was going to be that much. That was our first year that we did any water bath canning. We did some dehydrating. We did dehydrated a lot of hot peppers, and we're going to get into pressure canning, water bath canning, dehydrating, and all kinds of other stuff for this upcoming year. And I'll tie that in with the outdoor kitchen. There's a spot out back into the woods area where we would absolutely love to build an outdoor kitchen and kind of have a nice seating area. There's one already back there. I think that I kind of showed it in my property walkthrough. There's kind of a broken picnic table back there, but we kind of like to get that amped up. And we're thinking about maybe doing the outdoor kitchen back there. I think it would be a great spot to utilize the shade from the woods, and it's just a beautiful spot. So hopefully that's the case. And in that area, we'll get the pizza oven and everything along back there. Right next to the in that area in the woods there, I've already started building it. Actually, it's a 6 by 6, and it's going to be a tiny church. I haven't talked really about my faith and my religion. I'm a born again Christian, and I find that with people here on YouTube that me and my partner follow, it seems that's the trend there that you know followers of Christ seem to be more into homesteading. Now that's not always the case, and everybody has their own opinions and their own ideas about that stuff. But I just wanted to incorporate it a little bit more with the channel. So I'm going to be building a 6 by 6 by 8 tiny church, little prayer zone, just to go out so we can connect and just pray with the Lord and just have a better connection, strengthen everything up with Him. So that might even be one of the next videos. I literally have all of the wood already pre-cut. I started building it. I have the floor. It's all framed in. Just have to start laying down the 1 by 6s, and then I can start throwing up the walls, the roof, and everything of that sort. Like I said, materials are all here. It's just weather permitting. Don't really want to work outside in -20. We had a polar vortex there a little bit ago, and we went from a polar vortex now into thinking it's the end of the winter to getting the worst snowstorm we had all year. So that's kind of what's happening back there. Getting into the garden area, I am just super super excited about the garden area this year. Uh, you may have checked out if you're a returning subscriber, last year's greenhouse. We're going to be doing kind of the same size. It was a 10 by 16 greenhouse, and that thing was absolutely packed full. We had so much stuff coming off of it that it looked like a jungle in there, and that's the goal again this year. But we want to kind of strategically plant everything better. We just put too much in the size of it. It's we're going to do the same size, 10 by 16, but instead of a double angle roof, we might do a gambrel roof style instead. So that means that on the edges of the walls there, instead of being a hard angle, it's going to be two angles coming up into one. So that'll be better off for going to the outer edges. So we don't. I know. Speaking of myself, I'm bumping my head every time we go into the greenhouse to try and harvest some stuff. So we're going to be looking at to do that so we can get a little bit more headroom with everything. So many exciting projects. Oh, there is so many exciting projects. Hey, Valerie, it's good to see you back. God bless you all. I really appreciate the support and the patience. I've always said I have some of the best community members here on YouTube, and the comments and everybody, returning back after even 2 months is just, really appreciate it. Y'all are so awesome. And I wouldn't even be doing this, without this amazing support system and this amazing community that we all have created. It's not just me. It's you guys as a community. So I thank you all for tuning back in, and I tell you, we have some exciting things happening. Even more exciting than the greenhouse is dun 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 dun. It's called a wallopini. And if you haven't heard of a wallopini before, it is a year-round greenhouse. Another video that I just did when I was still doing videos. is we had the excavator over here and we dug a big area. The hole is about 4 feet deep. We're getting below the frost line when we had it dug, and it's about 30 feet by 15 to 20 feet wide approximately. So that's how big the year-round greenhouse is going to be. We dug it down 4 feet to get below the frost line because we want to go out there next winter. It's going to be kind of an oasis, a sanctuary, a grow zone. Um, Inside of the wall of peony itself, we want to incorporate the back wall with a root cellar. So we'll come into the front, dip down, and then into the front area, we'll have what's called a rocket mass heater off to the right. Burns 90%, 95% more efficient than a wood stove. And you could literally go in there with just sticks and twigs, and it'll burn that way better than a wood stove. We're going to put a cob bench around it. Rocket mass, the mass is from the cob. So when the fire is out, then the mass will hold the heat and it'll radiate the heat out into the greenhouse. What we might also do is I've seen some plans where they run some copper pipe around either the inside or the outside of the chimney or the flame area itself to heat up water, because we want to have a shower in there as well. We don't have a proper shower system yet. We were behind the eight ball when we moved in here, so we want to get a proper shower system set up in there as well. So that would be the best spot for it. We'd have a little seating area, a little shower area, surrounded by greens and lush gardens and everything like that. What Another idea, now these are a lot of ideas. These are the goals for this year. Whether or not we get to them, that's another story. We want to do an aquaponics system in there as well. So I've been looking at some IBC totes, and they're about 1,000 liters. You can get them for about $100. I've done a hydroponic system before, but not really an aquaponics system. So aquaponics will add fish, and the fish fertilizer, their crap, they'll crap in the water, and the water will be used to feed the plants. So that's another thing that we're hoping to put in there as well. I just seen a comment here. Oh, yeah, beautiful, Lauren. You have a closet prayer space. Yes, yes. He doesn't care where we are. No, I know that. And that's the great thing about it. But I just find when I try to do some prayer in here that I get easily distracted. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, so I'm like, oh, a bird. Oh, look at that. So, I just want a space that that I can go, and my partner can go individually, and we can just not be distracted by anything, and just be out in the wilderness. And see the way that I have it positioned. It will be it's through some maple trees, so the sun will be shining in the window on one side, and I just think it's going to be a real beautiful spot. I absolutely can't wait for that. So yeah, where was I? The wall of peonies. So yeah, on either sides coming up, there'll be the grow beds in the center. Into the back wall, it'll be back right corner. I'm thinking it will be working towards the aquaponics system, and then there'll be a door on the back wall there where we can open up into the root cellar. We were going to put the root cellar out front. There's a hill that's out front. Oh, you can see Max poking his head out. Hey, bud, what are you doing over there? Hey, you don't want to be on video? All right. See what I mean? Easily distracted. So we were going to do the root cellar out front and build it into a hill area right out front where we're going to have our kitchen garden. But we found, and if you are new buying property, if you can, sit on it through a couple seasons and see where the water flows, see where the sun sets, see where the sun rises, see what areas get full sunlight, see what areas get some shade, some partial sunlight. And I'm glad that we didn't start and have that hole dug there last year, because there is, I'm gonna say it's maybe part of a seasonal brook or some sort of seasonal water flow that comes down from the back of the property down, and it feeds off to where in front of where we were going to build our root cellar. So that would have not, no bueno, as they say. It would have been no bueno. So I'm glad that we held off on that. And what we're going to be doing instead there is we're going to be doing, I didn't even have this written down actually, so it just kind of popped into my mind. We're going to be doing a natural swimming hole. I was starting to do it at the cabin, but just got overwhelmed with stuff. The cabin is another project on itself. I was back there the other day, but we'll get into that another time. So yeah, that's another project up front that that would be absolutely amazing to have is a natural swimming hole. I have plans for it already. It would be great because then we could line the sides of the swimming hole with different sorts of vegetables, plants, shrubs, and even maybe even some fish in there, right? It would be great to have some fish in the aquaponic system, and maybe even have a small trout pond out front. So that's kind of what the thought is out front. Um, with going back into the gardening zone, we're going to be doing straw bale gardening again. We had great success with it. Takes a little bit more time to prepare some stuff for it. Takes about 2 weeks to prepare the bales, but we were blown away by the success and the difference in vegetables and production from the straw bales. So if you haven't checked out Straw Bale Garden, highly check it out. Recommend it to check it out, and especially if you don't really have the best ground, because literally you could just set these straw bales down. You could set them down on pavement, on concrete, and all you got to do is put a high nitrogen source into the bales, sprinkle them on, and do that for about 2 weeks. Condition your bales, and put a little bit of soil down on top, and you can plant right inside of them. So literally, you could just plant right on pavement if you don't have a good growing area. So they are super efficient. The only thing you got to watch out for: do not get hay. If you get hay, it'll be like it's filled with seeds, filled with all kinds of stuff. So you don't want hay. It'll think of a chia pet. Once you start watering it and add all that nutrients to it, it'll just be a chia pet and it'll just explode. You can condition it with a vinegar, I guess, but we decided not to, just because straw bale gardening requires a little bit of pre-work. So you gotta figure in, by the time you're ready to plant, give yourself about 2 to 3 weeks to condition your bales, and you should be good then. We we didn't know what to expect doing them last year, and we're definitely going to do them again this year because, like I say, we were just super happy with the results. And you can kind of kill two birds with one stone with them there as well. Um, as the straw bale breaks down, it's going to add such a nutrient rich fertilizer and amendment to your soil. Beautiful, Joyce. That is amazing. I can hear. That's why I messed up the first one. Technical difficulties. 2 months off will do that, right? So definitely recommend straw bale gardening. What else do we have here? Oh, this is exciting. Super exciting. So, we were in town the other day. We went to the farmers co-op store for looking for some. We're looking for some totes and some tubs to do cold dips. And in the meantime, we were there. We were talking with the woman that was there, and we got talking about chickens. So if you may know where this is going already. So we put in an order. We only put in an order for 4 chickens right now. May go back and do some more from the farmer co-op. They can only do 400. They can only order 400 for the season. They're at 250 when we were there, and that was about a week ago. So they're filling up fast. So we decided to get 4 chickens right off the get go. They lay brown and white eggs. We found another farm close by, and they have what I call Easter eggers. So they lay the green kind of turquoise, cool looking egg colors. So we'll have 3 different varieties of eggs that we're going to be doing, which is going to be super crazy. Like we didn't even plan it. We knew we were going to do chickens this year, but we kind of just jumped in head first. So we have those ordered already, and then we'll be ordering maybe 4 or 5 more of the Easter eggers from a local farm in the next up and coming months. I think it was around end of June that we're going to be getting them, and they're already probably about 2 to 4 weeks out from laying. So it's not like we have to raise them. That might be for next year that we may try that. I just figure we have too much on to the go to try and raise, hatch chickens and raise them from little chicks and all that. So we got them. They're almost 20 weeks old when we get them, and they'll be a couple weeks out from laying. So that's another video that I'll be doing is the goal is to be doing a reclaimed chicken coop. I've found some people with some lumber. I'm going to help a buddy of mine take down his garage, and he said that I could have the lumber from it. There's a local dump that I'm going to be sourcing materials from maybe this Saturday, so I might even bring the camera along with that, and see what we can find from there. So it'd be great if we could do the reclaimed chicken coop all from reclaimed materials. So that's another video. Videos planned all the time coming up. Super exciting. What else do we have here? Food forest. One of the first things that we did when we moved in here, it was we planted, we have apple trees, quince trees, chestnut. What else do we have, love? Apple, quince, chestnut, two cherry. Those are the trees that we had planted. So we have two of each of those, and we have, what do we have coming? Apricot, peach, and plum. We have apricot, peach, and plum coming as well too. So we are super excited about that. And I honestly think that this property, it had an old homestead on it. Maybe I'm going to say like 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, because throughout the property there's all kinds of old apple trees. It's been grown in now, unfortunately, but there's all kinds of old apple trees. So we're going to be trying to get those kind of reestablished. There's one oak back that's going to be in front of the wall of peony, and I cut that down probably about 30 to 50%. Didn't do really good last year. And there's a buddy down the road, and he has a lot of apple trees, and he says just chop it down, give it a nice haircut, cut about 30 to 50% off of it. And so I manicured the branches, so we can just reach up if there's any fruit. We don't have to climb any ladders or anything like that. So hopefully that's the case, because these are some old apple trees. There was one that I found over there, and it had an apple on it about this big. I wish I would have picked it. It was a nice yellow apple. Not sure what it was, but if worst comes to worst, it'll be good, because then we could start doing some grafting as well, which will be super exciting. Never done any grafting, read a lot about it. And just another thing, another technique and another thing to add to the old toolbox with that. So I think I counted lastly, there was, I'm going to say 6 to 10 apple trees onto the property, coming along with vegetables and things along that nature, fruits and vegetables. Blueberries are going to be a huge thing this year. We have all kinds of blueberry plants, wild blueberries at the beginning of the driveway, and we actually live next to, it's a 23-acre blueberry field. So I would absolutely love to kind of talk with the owner, maybe later on down the lines. Maybe we can purchase it, but I was thinking that maybe we could lease it. But that means, you got to get a tractor, because they need to be cut. It hasn't been, oh, excuse me, it hasn't been cut in about 10 years or so. So it's starting to get overgrown. But who knows? It's not up to me. We'll see where the Lord leads us and what his plans are for this homestead. I think that's probably about it right now. I didn't want to do too much. I could have filled this page with stuff, with goals and tasks and everything. But those are the main things that we will be doing this year. Like I say, the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is the Wallapini. It's going to be so nice to be going into there in the dead of winter. We want to put fruit trees in there, lemon trees, lime trees. Like I say, we want to do aquaponics. It would be absolutely wonderful if we could do banana trees in there as well. I've always wanted to do an earthship style greenhouse. So I'm hoping that the Wallapini will kind of be along the same lines as that, where we can have some either subtropic or tropical plants in there year round. When the winter hits, it's not going to deter its growth. But with that being said, that's why I wanted to do the rocket mass heater in there as well, to kind of amp it up a little bit and to give it that extra little bit of heat if it needs it. It's going to be a little bit of expensive for the materials. I was looking at the polycarbonate materials. There's single wall polycarbonate, and then there's the double wall poly. And I think the double wall 4x8 sheets they're running about $100 a sheet. So, and they only cover 4x8 feet. So if I'm doing, let's see, 15 to 20 feet wide by 30 feet long, it's going to start adding up pretty quickly. So we'll see how that goes. but it may be something where we just have to kind of save up a little bit and bite the bullet. And the offset of the cost up front over the growing season of what we can do with it and what we can harvest out of it, it will be completely beneficial. So I think I've already started a video about that actually, where I've set up some of the trees that we fell from the garden. I have those stuck upright, so those are be for the very front wall supports. So I am just super excited to bring you along on this journey. And even just talking about it, I look outside and I'm like, oh no, the snow is still here. Like I just want to get going with everything. Like the place in here is coming along, but it could be a lot further than it is if we had nicer weather. But it is what it is. I ain't gonna beat myself up about it. So take it as it comes, kind of thing. And we'll see where the road takes us. I'm not sure what the video is going to be next. Um, I was going to actually do some work on the tiny church out back today, but we got snow coming today. We got snow coming all week, so I'm not sure when that's going to happen. So the next video might even be. I don't know. It's hard to please everybody with videos. So I'm sorry if you don't like talking videos, or I'm sorry if I talk too much or don't talk enough, or I realize you can't please everybody at the same time. So the next video might actually just be kind of giving you all a little rundown of what all has been happening in here. We have the garden area kind of set up under the stairs, and we have another garden area that we're going to be transferring our plants to, into the office setup as well. So, with that being said, yeah, that'll probably be the next video. I was gonna say I posted some pictures on my Facebook. Don't know if y'all are following the Facebook. Um, I do more updates on that than the community tab on YouTube or Instagram. I just find it's a better resource. So if you want to check out what's going on kind of behind the scenes, and you're craving a video and you just want to know something, I'll post little snippets and blurbs and shorts on there. And that's the same handle on Facebook as it is on YouTube, Maple Monkey Media. All good, Adam. Oh, I love to hear it, Sean. Yes, give us a tour. A tour will be coming up. Here, I'll turn this around, and you can kind of see what's happening over here. So there's the fridge, and there's our grow area under the stairs right here. So we don't have a lot of room to work with. Under the stairs is going to be where our washer dryer is set up, but that's not going to be until the springtime. So I figure that with the tiny space that it is, that's pretty much the only room that we have to start seeds. And we're making pretty good use of it. I laugh because my partner, she got plant crazy last year, and she started all kinds of tomatoes. And I get plant crazy this year, and I've already started a bunch of onions and peppers. So it's kind of she's laughing at me right now. So it's kind of role reversal. And so we already have probably 3 full trays of onions. And I'm gonna say between those 3 trays alone, there's maybe like 300 or 400 seeds in them each. I planted 3 small 6 cells of different onions as well. So like we're coming on to 400 or 500 onions, I'm gonna say, if they all sprout. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, looks like family members or friends are gonna be getting a lot of plants this year too. So not to mention the peppers. And it's so funny because if you're a pepper grower and a pepper lover, it seems like we all have the same problem. It's either all or nothing. And so I'll just kind of read you some of the peppers I have that we have started here. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, so we have some Mexican hot mix that we just started, and even in just the Mexican hot mix alone, Anaheim chili, Ancho Grande, Big Jim, Santa Fe Grande, Cayenne Long Slim, Cayenne Thick, Jalapeno Medium, Jalapeno Tam. I'm not sure what that is. New Mexico Sandia, Paso Viejo, Poblano, Serrano, Tam, Serrano, Hidalgo, Tabasco. We have Scotch bonnets. We have habanero blends. We have various lemon sweet peppers. Like the list just goes on and on and on. So like we're going to be overflowing with peppers. We have so many seeds. And I can't remember. Somebody said that they were looking for some. We had some Murasaki peppers last year growing, and somebody wanted some seeds. So if you're watching this and you wanted some Murasaki seeds, just reach out to me. We have plenty of seeds. I do not mind sending you some seeds. So just let me know. I can't remember who it was. So just let me know. Hit me up in some kind of avenue here on Facebook or Messenger or YouTube or whatever it is. Started my own 14 by 40 wiring walls, 12-volt system. Oh yes, that is awesome. That's a good size. Yeah, good size. We kept this small, just didn't want to do too big of a footprint. I think overall we are looking at. I think we're under 300 square feet, and that's including the loft. But we're 192 square foot base with a little loft. We got a half loft up there, so it does the trick. We didn't want to put the bed down onto the floor here. If we did, we would have had to do a Murphy bed. So we just have the oh, there's another thing we got to do up there is the railing. So we're gonna do I want to do a live like a maple branch or stick railing or whatever you want to call it going up there. So I think that should look nice when it's all stained and done. There's nothing up there now. I don't know if you can see up there, but that's kind of the loft area up there. So it's nothing too big, but we have our dresser up there. We have our clothes up there now. So that'll be part of the tour. That will be the next video that I do. I'll give you all a tour of what's happening. I'll give you all a tour of what I've started with the little tiny church, and that will be the video. If it's nice tomorrow, I go to work later at night. So if it's nice tomorrow, fingers crossed, then I'll start that as well. Non-discrimination with those peppers, huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, I know it would be nice to have it all on one level, but we didn't trust me, the stairs are a little bit steeper than they look, so some nights we're banging our knees on them. But we didn't want to do a ladder either, just because we didn't want to climb the ladder, and we had the little dog. I built the stairs kind of specifically for the dog, and I think he's scared of heights, so he doesn't even like to climb the stairs. So I've been trying to train him to go up it. It's a losing battle, we'll just put it that way. So we kind of got to carry the little bugger up and carry him down. So yeah, it was a losing battle building that, but it is what it is. It makes it easier going up and down, that's for sure. But it's just funny. The main reason I built it was for the dog, and he doesn't even want to go up it. So it is what it is, I guess. Is there anything else that y'all want to know? Any questions? Pretty much that's where we're sitting at right now, just looking over this. Sorry, I cannot pronounce names. Tumblodreye. Hello there to you too. I am sorry, I probably butchered your name. I am so sorry. Small church on top of the mountain as well. That is beautiful, Dakota. Beautiful, beautiful. And I was just saying that it seems like people that are into the homesteading community, the off-grid community, not everybody, but there's a community there of I'm going to say God-fearing people that love Jesus and that just want a simpler life, that want to just come back to the land and have our Savior next to us, right? Like this I'll show you this up here actually. Oh, sorry for the view there. Ugh, I know. So this is my mother gave me this, and she had this contracted by a local painter, and it says trust in the Lord with all your heart, and it is just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely love it a lot. So it's just up there in the window, just for those days that we just need to remember, right? Like nothing is in our control, and I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. So that's just there as a little reminder. I pray y'all are blessed. Oh, I pray you are blessed too. Everybody that's watching, this channel is meant for. I don't like when people come on and they just say just negative stuff, right? Like that's not the place here. I try not to let it get to me, but when you put yourself out there and you put your heart and your soul into your videos, then you have coming people, say all this negative stuff. It gets you down sometimes. Even when you say that it doesn't, it does. Hey Max, how you doing? So this is a community, right? This is our loving community. We have built this community, us as a whole. It's not just me. I wouldn't be here without y'all. So like God bless you all. I thank you so much for your continued support. And this is a place that where we can, I feel like in the comments section, y'all should be able to talk with each other, not just to me as well. Like if you have questions, I hope that you can see other community members as well, and don't be afraid to if there's questions in there and I don't get to it, or if you have a different opinion or something, as long as it's no hate or anything like that, right? I feel that this should be a place where we could all come together, right, and be a cohesive unit, and just share positivity and share our light, especially with this day and age that we're in right now, right? Like the darkness is everywhere, and we can see it left, right, and center with what's happening worldwide, without getting too deep into it. So I want this place to be a beacon of light. I want it to be able to uplift somebody, or maybe give somebody some motivation in their life, or if they're looking to start a garden, or if they're looking to start homesteading, or if they're looking to go off grid or be self-sufficient, anything anything like that. Even coming back to the Lord, I want to try and incorporate that with my videos as well, right? So I hope that this channel is for learning, and to be a beacon of light, and to have our community members come together and to help each other, and all of that stuff. So that's kind of why I take those negative comments so seriously, and I don't like it to get me down, but sometimes it does, and I just kind of have to shoo that to the side, right? Because it take it with a grain of sand, right? As the old saying is, if I could have 50% of the population hate me, I could run to be president, right? So just have to remember that, I guess. Where are we at in the comments? Why has it been so long since you have been posted? Oh, just had some personal stuff on the go over the last little bit. I didn't really want to let that kind of seep into my videos. There's been a lot on the go on the home front. I've been putting too much pressure on myself when I was doing videos, and I wasn't getting the enjoyment out of it that I feel that I should have. Now that's not to say that every video and everything that I post, or it's not going to be work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But I just wasn't getting absolutely any enjoyment out of the videos, and I was faking it till you making it kind of thing. Not to mention the stuff onto the home front. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah. So I just felt that it was I needed a time off, needed to take a little break, and now is the time to do it. I figured with the winter months, and instead of just pushing, and the channel might have grown, might have got more subscribers. That's not the point. It is what it is, right? I'm still blown away that we're so close to 5,000. Like I think we're at 4,900 and something, which is just blows me away. So like, thank you so much for all of your continued support. Oh, excuse me, for all of your continued support. So that's just kind of the reason why I wanted to take a little break. Get a little bit of reinvigoration, get a little bit of energization coming back, so it's not so hum dum blah 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 kind of things in my videos, right? Not that I would ever try and post anything like that. Like I say, I'd like it to be a good energy, a high energy, a positive energy, and I just wasn't feeling comfortable with the way that I was feeling in portraying myself in the video. So I just needed to take a time off. That's all. Nothing crazy. Where are we at here? Lauren, amen. Yes, God bless you. Thank you, Lauren, for popping in. Thank you so much for everybody popping in. Absolutely amazing. I would love to get live videos. I would love to get live videos once a week, but I'm not going to put too much pressure onto myself. I'm not going to hold myself to any schedule right now. And then we're just going to get rolling. We're just going to get rolling first. And this video is step number one in just, getting back onto the grind, getting back onto to focusing on things and all of that stuff, right? Love to religion's not for me. It makes you, yeah, like I just said, religion's not for you. That's for sure. You love watching people make great stuff, and it's not for everybody. Everything that I post isn't going to be for everybody, and I'm fine with that. I hope that you don't use that and turn away from the channel completely. It's not going to be something that's going to be overwhelming. I like to sprinkle it in here and there, right? Because it is a very, very big part of my life as well. But if it's not for you, I can completely understand that, and I have respect for that. I am not going to try and push any religion or anything down your throat, right? And that's just not the way I do it. And I hope people, feel the same way, that they just don't shove stuff down people's throats. So I just want to sprinkle it in here and there, right? And for those that appreciate that, that is amazing. And then for those that have no interest in that's okay. Maybe it'll kind of plant some seeds into you, but that's not why I do this. I just want to incorporate it into my videos because it is such a big part of my life. So yeah, that's all. Um, no, did you ever get justice for the people that ransacked your cabin? No, unfortunately, I did not. Yeah, we had a lot of stuff taken from there, and we still haven't recovered from it. So no, we didn't. Just by when I filed a police report, I knew nothing was going to happen with it. And talking with the community in the area, once again, it's I knew nothing was going to happen with it. But I mean, you look at the times of happening right now. The way I look at it is, if you feel the need that you have to steal from somebody, you're in a worse spot than me. So as much as it sucks, I've forgiven the person. I don't hold any grudges. So he's obviously in a place mentally and physically where he feels the need that he needs to steal stuff because he's in a low place in his life. And I am sorry for that. I am sorry for those people because it is hard right now. It really is. And if you're kind of, you feel that I don't agree with it, but I can understand it. So, there's no maliciousness, there's no malice held. It sucks that the police couldn't do anything literally when I knew who it was and I showed them where they lived. And but anyway, that's a whole different story. But I can understand it's tough times out there for everybody. I'm not saying go out and steal by any means, but he was obviously in a bad place. I hope that he is out of that place and into a better place. So it is what it is, right? We're just going to keep on trucking forward with things, and it's unfortunate that it happened, but there was really nothing I could do, unfortunately. I mean, maybe there was. I don't know, but it is what it is. It was a good learning experience on myself for learning how to forgive, right? Learning how to let go, just learning how to accept what happened, and not hold grudges, not hold hate, not hold any of that stuff that's going to fester up into you and fester into your life in a negative manner. Anything else over here in the comments section? God is good. You used to reach people and touch those that need to be renewed. It touched me the few minutes, the fact that you keep him first and he will bless you. Yes, I totally agree. I have a TikTok account, and that's where I do most of my, I'm just going to say preaching, I guess. It's Adam J. Sankey. If you have a TikTok and you want to follow, I try to do daily Bible verses, try to relate things from the Bible into daily life. So that's why I don't really want to do too much of that stuff on here. I'll incorporate it into videos, but it's not going to be me, holding the Bible up and preaching. So you don't have to worry if you're worried about that. I still think it's a good thing, but that's just my personal opinion, and everybody has their own personal opinion and free will, and you're all are entitled to that, and I respect that. So that is okay by me. We are over into the comments, and sometimes you just can't fight what can't be fought. That's exactly it. I like the saying, it is what it is at this point. You got to roll with the punches, and everything has a silver lining. It may take a day, it may take 10 days, it may take a year, it may take 10 years to realize what that silver lining is. But everything has a silver lining, and I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. Oh my. Wow, we are 43 minutes into it. Crazy. Okay, y'all. I'm just going to double check. I usually miss some stuff. It doesn't look like I have anything else here. Let's see. Finishing the bunkie, 10 by 16 greenhouse, peppers and tomatoes, straw bale gardening, year-round greenhouse. That's the Wallapini. The grow beds, rocket mass heater, aquaponics, the tiny church. Oh, the bathroom. That's right. we're going to be doing the bathroom addition. That's right. That's right. So we're going to be moving the bathroom addition, well, moving building, I guess, over onto the wall that's in front of the office. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to have an L-shaped deck come around the front, and then it's going to hang over to the back, and then that will be where it connects into the little. It's only going to be a little 6x6 bathroom. We have an outhouse right now, and I mean, it's not really the funnest to use when it's -20 outside and the snow's blowing, but you got to do what you got to do when nature calls, right? So we're thankful that we have that there, because if not, we would have been pooping in buckets, right? So 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 we're thankful for that. Um, but yeah, so that's another thing that we're going to be doing. That'll definitely get done this year. For next year, we're not going to be messing around with going to the outhouse next winter. It's still going to be there. It'll be good to have that there as kind of a backup for when family and friends come with their campers and tents and all that. They can, if the bathroom's filled, they can go to the outhouse, right? So that's another thing that we're going to be doing. Okay, root cellar, water bath canning, pressure canning, outdoor kitchen, pizza oven, covered all that. Chickens and chicken coops, covered all that. Food forest, covered all that. So that is pretty much it, y'all. Pretty much it. So I'm gonna look over into the comments and the questions over here. If y'all have any questions, let's see here. Nope, nothing yet. Love the greenhouse videos. There's gonna be lots more coming. I've done some searching, more canning cooking videos. Yes, yes, yes. I want to get back from the series that I started at our old place, cooking from the garden. I want to get back into that. We have stuff over there, cowboy candy. We have dill pickles. We have chow chow. We have plum sauce. We have cowboy candy sauce, bread and butter pickles, dill pickles. Um, what do we have? Dried peppers. We have. I'm just looking over there. Sorry, that's why I'm looking over there. We have hot peppers, uh, banana wax peppers, sweet peppers. Sorry, love. What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying the pickled peppers.
Oh yeah, yeah, the pickled peppers, yeah. So we're definitely going to be doing more with that. Even more so, we're going to be getting into pressure canning. We never did any pressure canning last year because our oven. Uh, we had I grew. It was like 20 pounds of carrots, if not more than that, and I ended up donating probably half of that. So thankfully, it got to a good use. So I donated about half of it, and we had I'm going to say it was probably, man, 10 to 15 jars of carrots. It took me 2 hours to cut them, dice them, slice them, clean them, put them in the jars, get them all ready for the pressure cooker. And turns out that the oven, it wouldn't stay on hot enough to get the pressure cooker to pressure. So, long story short, it's about 10 to 15 jars of carrots gone. They got moldy and just absolutely disgusting. So I had to throw those out. It was a kind of kick in the butt. But pressure canning vegetables, and we're going to be doing pressure canning meats as well. I want to get out fishing. I haven't been fishing in years, and I'm craving it and I'm missing it. So that might be some more videos. I love striped bass fishing, and coming into the warmer months in June and July, the striped bass start running up the coast, and we are in an awesome area for striped bass fishing. And if y'all don't know what striped bass are, they are huge bass. The minimum length that you can keep them is 28 3/4 inches. I had a friend catch two in one day, and one was 36 inches and about 10 pounds, and the other was even bigger than that. And you get fillets like this thick off of them. Nice, thick white meat fillets. I poached it in a red wine sauce last time, but I would love to be able to do some pressure canning on that sense. Would love to get a boat, love to get a four-wheeler and all that too, but tractor, but oh my, that's a whole nother ball game. Because if we could get a boat, we could go out, and I've done hand lining for flounder, and flounder meat, if you haven't had it, and if you're able to get it, it is some of the best meat, fish meat that you'll get. It's a bugger to prepare. but it is totally worth it. So same. We don't have any meat kings this year. As you probably realize, we have so much on the go already that the meat kings will be doing next year. So that'll be something to learn and look forward to next year. Is raising the meat kings, and next year we may get the incubator, since we'll already have the greenhouse set up and all the infrastructure set up to start all this. So that's the thing, it's just getting all the infrastructure set up. It just takes quite a bit of resources, quite a bit of time to get the infrastructure off the ground, because we're thankful that when we're here, we're not off grid. We are on the grid with electricity, but we are very small, so our footprint is very small. So it had a well, electricity, and it had the shed that you may have checked out that we started doing the conversion as well. Not to mention, we are about 2 acres on here, so very blessed that we were able to get this property with those attributes in it. Because to dig a well right now, or sorry, to get a well drilled right now, it would probably be about 10 grand, maybe even more with inflation now. It's absolutely crazy. And we have a 300-foot well with 60 feet of casing. So it's good deep well. It's never going to run out. Fingers crossed, that is, at least. I say that, knock on wood, right? So funny is we were going through a polar vortex. It was about 2 weeks ago. We had probably 5 days. It was, about -20, -30. And we have our water lines dug down, obviously below the frost line, but where it pops up out of the ground and comes under the cabin into the house, we have heat tape on it, but there was no insulation on it. And it just got cold enough for that extended amount of time that it froze up our water line for it. So we had to insulate it, wait a couple hours, and thankfully, the water started flowing, because I knew it was either frozen or the pump busted. So I was just praying that it was frozen, because we didn't really have the money and the funds to replace a couple $1,000 pump that we just had. So we're thankful that it was frozen, and we are thankful that it was frozen and not the pump. So yeah, it was funny, because the water it sprung back on, and Max's bed is by the water tank, the pressure tank. And it just scared him. He jumped up and went running when that water started shooting back in. So just the trials and tribulations of starting from scratch everywhere. This is 2 years in a row that we're going to be starting from scratch and building our garden. It sucks, but once we can start to get things established and the infrastructure built, then the years following will be so much easier. How's it going, Ron? It's good to see you here, man. We're going to be getting back into the swing of things with videos and all of that stuff. So I am so happy to have you here. How's the missus's office? It's coming along great. Her father has been coming down to help. It's probably about 80% done. We have the flooring. We have the flooring for in here. We have the flooring for out in the office. There's just a piece of the roof that we have to insulate, and there's a couple other spots on the walls that we have to finish, and then just have to finish the soffits on the outside and kind of finagle everything to make it work into there, and then put the siding on it, and it's good to go. But she's been working in it already, and we have the heater in there, and it's a nice and roasty toasty office for her. It's even more cleaned out now because we moved our canning goods out of there into here, so we have better utilization of those, so we don't have to go constantly outside for getting our canning stuff. But yeah, we are coming up. We're 52 minutes in. That's absolutely crazy, y'all. Muchly appreciate y'all. Muchly appreciate y'all stopping by. Next videos will be the walkthrough, the cabin walkthrough. I'll give you all a rundown of the tongue and groove that I did. Still have to sand it down, but we have our shelves up. We have our fridge in. We have our stove in. Cabinets are built. We have our sink hooked up. We have running water. We still have to finish off the countertop. We'll head on up. We'll go up the stairs. We'll go up the loft. Check out what's up there. Bring you back to show you the tiny churches, what's happening there. Show you the area, what it's looking like, where the wall of peony is going to go if you're new to the channel, and all of that good stuff. I'll show you where the chicken coop's going to go, where the chicken run's going to go. It's going to be good because we're going to have the run. That's going to be the garden's going to be enclosed from the driveway. We're going to have three sisters, corn, beans, and squash running up the driveway. So it's going to be cool to drive up the driveway and go through that. So what I'm saying is the whole garden area will be enclosed. So what we'll do is we'll let the chickens out of their run, and it'll be mutually beneficial where they can eat the scraps from the garden, pick apart the pests. Fingers crossed we don't have the potato bugs that we had like we did last year. If that's the case, then we may need to get ducks next year. So there's always something. There's always something. And then when the chickens come out of the run, they can fertilize the garden. When they do that, clean up the bugs, clean up the pests. We can do our food scraps. We can give them the food scraps, and in turn, that will help their egg production and the better tasting of the eggs as well. All right, y'all. I muchly appreciate y'all stopping by. I'm not going to keep you on here very much longer. We're coming up onto an hour. I just want to say, keep that stick on the ice. There is no failure if you keep on going, y'all. Just keep on going. Keep on trucking after them dreams. God bless y'all. And I'm not going to set a date for the next video, but be sure to check out the community page on my channel and my Facebook page and Instagram. It's all Maple Monkey Media. And I will be sure to let you know when the next video will be and what it's about. In the meantime, I will be posting some shorts and some pictures of the peppers and the plants that we're starting. If you're looking on how to start some things yourself, I did some videos last year actually about how you can start your peppers and how you can start your onions and all of that good stuff. So you just have to hit back onto the channel and check those out. I probably won't be redoing them again this year because they're so fresh from last year. So God bless y'all. Muchly appreciate y'all popping by, y'all. Oh man, just feels awesome to get back on here. The vigor is back, the motivation is back, and I cannot wait to get some videos posted for y'all. Oh, it is going to be such a great year, y'all. And I hope that you are even more excited about what you have planned in your life, your garden, your journey. Share it with me if you want. Share it in the comments, share it in the community tab, send me messages. I am open for chatting, by all means. If you have any questions, concerns, hit me up. I'll do my best to try and answer it in the best that I can. So this will be the second live of the channel. Hopefully more coming up, doing a weekly live, fingers crossed. So we'll keep on rocking. We'll see you on your videos on your show. No rush. Really appreciate that, y'all. So we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it here, y'all. If you're watching this live, if you're watching this on replay, God bless. Muchly appreciate it. And have a great day, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. Woo! We're back at it.